Welcome to Module 4, Accessibility in Online Learning and Design. In this lecture, we will focus on what an accessible module page or course website looks like with an example. We will also further discuss the connections between module pages and the theories we have learned in the previous module. By the end of this module, learners will be able to identify and explain the key differences between accessible and inaccessible course websites. They will understand how the principles of universal design for learning, effective multimedia usage, and cognitive load theory apply to the design of educational websites. Learners will be equipped to critically evaluate course websites for accessibility features and propose improvements based on these principles to ensure inclusivity and effective learning experiences for all students. Before providing a few examples of accessible and inaccessible course website, I will refresh a few theories we have learned from the previous modules. Universal Design for Learning, UDL, is an educational framework that advocates for developing learning environments and systems that accommodate the diverse needs of all learners. It is based on the understanding that individuals learn in varied ways. UDL principles emphasize providing multiple means of representation, action and expression, and engagement to cater to different learning styles and abilities. This approach ensures that education is inclusive and accessible to everyone, regardless of their learning preferences and disabilities. Multimedia principles, on the other hand, focus on the effective use of various media forms such as text, audio, images, and video to enhance learning. These principles suggest that well-designed multimedia materials can significantly improve understanding and retention of information. Key aspects include the coherence principle, which advises avoiding extraneous content, and the multimedia principle, which recommends combining words and pictures rather than words only. Cognitive load theory delves into how information is processed and stored in human memory. It posits that learners have a limited capacity for processing information in their working memory. Educational materials and environments should therefore be designed to reduce unnecessary cognitive load, allowing learners to effectively process and comprehend new information. This involves simplifying complex information, avoiding cognitive overload, and encouraging cognitive strategies that facilitate learning. The importance of accessibility in educational websites cannot be overstated. Accessible websites ensure that all students, including those with disabilities, have equal access to educational materials and can participate fully in their learning process. By adhering to UDL principles, employing effective multimedia strategies, and considering cognitive load, educational websites can become powerful tools that cater to a wide range of learners, enhancing their educational experience and fostering a more inclusive learning environment. This not only aligns with ethical and legal standards, but also promotes a culture of inclusivity and diversity in education. Now let's get a few examples of inaccessible websites. This slide visually demonstrates what an inaccessible module page might look like. Inaccessibility in web design can create significant barriers to learning, particularly for those with specific learning needs or disabilities. First of all, the small font size makes the text difficult to read, especially for individuals with visual impairments. Moreover, the theme of the page combines the light gray text on a light background is hard to read and inaccessible for those with color vision deficiencies. Furthermore, the navigation is a link only with no interactive elements or clear structures for users to know where they can find the useful information. Also, the image cannot show on the web page, make the web page looks unprofessional. Additionally, the styling is inconsistent and does not facilitate easy reading or navigation. Finally, the language is in French. It is not user-friendly for students who don't understand French. It will be better if provide an external link to translate the page into other languages. This example highlights the critical need for well-thought-out design in educational resources. A poorly designed course page not only hinders the learning process, but also excludes a portion of learners from accessing the information effectively. The previous slide explored a bad example of web page. Now, what should an accessible page looks like? An accessible page website should ensure an inclusive and equitable learning environment for all students, regardless of their abilities or learning styles. To ensure the low cognitive load, it can be achieved through clear and concise text, simple vocabulary, and well-organized headings. For example, breaking down the complex concepts into smaller, digestible parts and using bullet points or number lists can make information easier to process and remember. For the effective multimedia usage, it includes using relevant images and videos that are supplemented with captions and audio descriptions. For example, it should have clear captions for those with hearing impairments and a descriptive transcripts for those who prefer reading or have visual impairments. For the UDO principles, it represents providing multimedia means of representation, expression, and engagement. It could offer content in various formats, such as text, audio, and video, providing interactive activities and allowing students to demonstrate their understanding in different ways, such as quizzes, discussions, or creative projects. Based on what we have learned, here's an accessible web page looks like. It has clear language and structure with English, and clear headings and structure content improves readability and navigation. Also, the color schema with dark text on a light background ensures better readability. A standard font size and sans serif font family makes the text easily readable. Furthermore, the navigation bar is simple and straightforward with clear links and hover effects for better interaction. Today, we have seen how inaccessible course website can hinder the learning process, creating barriers for students with diverse needs. On the other hand, accessible websites adhering to UDO principles, effective multimedia use, and cognitive load theory can significantly enhance the educational experience for all students. We have explored the importance of features like clear navigation, appropriate color contrast, and multimedia elements with captions. Thank you for the listening.